Good morning, everyone. We're going to begin. So, again, good morning, and thank you for coming out this morning. I'd like to acknowledge and welcome you all here, especially acknowledging our county executive, the Honorable Rushern Baker III, members of any members present of the Prince George's County Council, the United Way of the National Capital Area's Prince George's Regional Council, my president and CEO, Rosie Allen Herring, all of our nonprofit partners and residents of Prince George's County and United Way staff. Thank you. We're here today to celebrate the generosity of the residents and employees of Prince George's County who contribute to the Community Impact Fund here in the county. We're also here to congratulate and acknowledge the great work of the nonprofits who you'll hear more about shortly, who's out here doing great work, helping United Way to further its mission of helping individuals retract themselves from poverty and other pressing issues in Prince George's County. I'd like to call up our chair of the United Way Prince George's Regional Council, Marcus Clifton, to give a few words of remarks.
Good morning. Come on, give me more than that. Good morning. Good morning. Thank you. Thank you. This is a great day. Thank you for joining us in honoring the United Way National Capital Area Community Impact Grantees. I would like to first thank our volunteer grant reviewers for the dedication and the time that they put in this very important process. We are proud that the United Way of National Capital Area is investing $100,000 in Prince George's County community through these nonprofit organizations. Thank you. With this support, these nonprofit organizations will be able to impact lives, change lives. It's very important that we see and understand that this money will help people live a better life. On behalf of the United Way National Capital Area Regional Council, I'm pleased to congratulate all of the Community Impact Grant Award winners. Thank you.
So the grantees who received awards in our 2015 Community Grants Impact process, all their work revolves around United Way's three strategic emphasis areas of education, financial stability, and health. Today, on the behalf, representing the group of grantees who were awardees this year, we'll have Kari Brown, the Executive Director of Capital Partners for Education, to come to give a few words and remarks about his work and the difference that the impact grants make for the community of Prince George's County. Kari.
Okay, good morning, everybody. First, I just want to start by saying thank you to United Way, and Timothy, everyone involved in United Way, Rosie Allen Herring, and also want to thank Marcus and, of course, the County Executive Baker for all the support of young people in the county and for working with United Way. Just very briefly about Capital Partners for Education and what we do and how this grant will benefit us. We are a one-on-one mentoring program, and we prepare motivated low-income high school students to get into college and to graduate on time. And we work with these students by pairing them with volunteers who serve as their mentors, and then we work with them on an individual basis, helping them out throughout their high school journey, making sure that they stay on track to go to college. Anywhere that they seem to have a gap, we try to fill that gap and providing them with more resources so they're able to enter college. And then once they're in college, we support them all the way through so that they can graduate on time. And this is an incredibly important mission, particularly today, where a college degree is becoming more and more important to be able to compete in today's economy. And so we have seen a great demand for our services, an increasing demand, particularly from students here in Prince George's County, who understand that they need a college degree to be able to get good jobs once they become adults, and their families understand this too. So we have been able to actually increase the size of our program. We've nearly doubled in the past 2 years, and that's in part thanks to the United Way and their support. So we're going to continue to work to try to increase the number of students that we can serve. We are really proud that 97% of our high school graduates have enrolled in college and 70% have graduated on time. But we also really feel called to continue to expand this work because every young person who wants to go to college really deserves and needs the support to be able to ensure that they're successful. And we know that for lower income students, they're much, much likely to be successful, not because they're not motivated, not because they're not smart, but because they may not necessarily have all the help that they need. So that's what we're looking to do. We really appreciate the support from United Way and from everyone in the community who's helping our young people. So thank you very much.
Well, to lead an impact organization, especially one that has the reach and breadth of the United Way of the National Capital Area, you need someone with vision. You need a leader with passion, and you need one that's very high caliber. And I'm very proud to say that we have such a leader at our organization. So without further ado, I'm going to bring up my president and CEO, Rosie Allen Herring, to give you a few words. Thank you.
Good morning. And Timothy, yes, that bonus is coming. Thank you. So I just want to say good morning and thank you to everyone who's here this morning to really and truly share in what I think is one of the joys of leading an organization like the United Way of the National Capital Area. And it is the work that we do every day in terms of strengthening the communities and the people who live in them each and every day. I do want to acknowledge the members of the Prince George's County Council who may or may not have come in, but I do have to start with a huge thank you to our leader for this county, County Executive Rushern Baker III. The county executive is one who really does live by example, and it is not political speak. It is not just for show. It really is genuinely who he is, and for that, I am a grateful resident of Prince George's County and proud to have my family here, and this is where I lay my head each and every night. So out of all of the jurisdictions that we serve, this means a whole lot to me. So I do want to acknowledge in absentia Mel Franklin, the chair of the county council, Derek Leon Davis, the vice chair of the county council, and Karen Tolles, who is from District 7 of the county council as well. I do have to thank many of our partners here who do great work with us from the county. You've heard from Marcus Clifton from our United Way National Capital Area Prince George's Regional Council, as well as Ms. Jackie Roan, who we really do come to adore, who I think keeps us all honest with regards to community impact, and Mr. Marcus Daniels. So there are lots of Marcuses in Prince George's, who also serves on our regional council as well. So thank you for what you do. So just briefly, this year, the United Way of the National Capital Area is awarding 77 community impact grants totaling $1 million to member nonprofits serving the National Capital Area. This funding is provided thanks to the support of employees participating in our over 800 workplace campaigns and over 3,000 locations throughout this region. In Prince George's County, the United Way is really pleased to award 7 grants totaling $100,000, and each of the grants really directly addresses, as Timothy said, on the United Way of the National Capital Area strategic pillars of education, financial stability, and health. Please join me in congratulating the following grant recipients for Prince George's County: Capital Partners for Education, Community Support Systems, Family Crisis Center of Prince George's County, Foundation for the Advancement of Music and Education, otherwise known as FAME. Got it right, Tony? All right. The Lieutenant Joseph P. Kennedy Institute, Side by Side, and United Communities Against Poverty, also known as UCAP. These grantees exemplify the best of our local community. Through a very competitive process, they have demonstrated that they are the most effective and efficient, and that they can create lasting and sustainable impact. Each year, we solicit funding proposals from our member organizations, and they, really and truly help us make certain that we're trying to solve the most important challenges that are out there in our community. And to make our funding decisions, we convene members of the community, which include our United Way Regional Council representatives, but also volunteer reviewers from nonprofits, government, business partners, all to help us evaluate these proposals. So it is a very strenuous, very rigorous, and very competitive process. So please know that the people that we're celebrating here today are the best of the best, but certainly we recognize that there are others who may not be here with us today, but are doing great work as well. So we're proud to collaborate with our grantees to ensure that more adults and children and families have a healthy way of life, that they're able to improve student achievement, that they're helping adults and many others employ and maintain employment. The community impact grants are a way for the United Way to focus on the local nonprofit community on achieving shared goals that we cannot do anything alone. We only do them with partners, and we really and truly are obligated to create sustainable impact. This is not a one-time thing. This is not just 30 days. This is 365 days a year. So we want you to know that we could not do this without the help of the donors. And so I want to thank all of the donors who've thought it not robbery to really and truly make these grants possible by contributing to the Prince George's Community Impact Fund. Your contributions really do truly make the difference. If you've heard from the young man from Capital Asset Partners, we really and truly recognize that every day we have an obligation to do even more. I also want to thank the employees, Mr. Baker, of Prince George's County that have consistently been trusted partners with your United Way, and we really do strive to create the mission of creating a thriving community for everyone. So I want to share just a little bit more about our work here in Prince George's County. Over the last 3 years, we've done basically about $1.2 million in a grant from the United States Department of Education, where we've implemented what we call Fun Fly Fit, and it's a health and wellness program that we've done, that we're doing basically in 16 Title I schools here in Prince George's County. And so that has been 3 years of work. And through this Fun Fly Fit program, we have provided over $500,000 in physical fitness equipment to participating Prince George's County schools. We've provided staff training, hosted family health nights where families can really participate in health screenings and the like. We also know that in order to succeed in school, that our children need nutritious food. They need to stay active, they need to make healthy decisions, and they need to have fun. As a result of the Fun Fly Fit program, we now know that our kids have achieved more than 500,000 minutes of active play. And our data shows that kids have changed their eating habits, and we know that the program is working. So another initiative that I'm proud to announce here in collaboration with Prince George's Community College is during the 2015 tax season, we are providing support for the ongoing development of the Prince George's Cash Campaign and the operation of programs such as the Volunteer Income Tax Assistance Program and the My Free Taxes Program. We believe that this support will help many more families to move in the direction of becoming financially stable and do more for their families this year. Because we do believe that in Prince George's County, it is the right place for many of these families. And despite what you hear or see in the Washington Post in the last week or so, it is not indicative of who we are as a county. It is not indicative of what we do every day, and it is not indicative of the citizens who live here each and every day. So we want to help create established a dedicated Veterans Center on the Largo campus of Prince George's Community College to support the needs of many of our veterans who have given their all, sometimes making the ultimate sacrifice for us to have the freedoms that we hold so dear and sometimes take for granted. So I encourage you to learn a little bit more about our work, contribute to the Prince George's Community Impact Fund, and stay abreast of our programs by visiting our website at unitedwaynca.org. Once again, I want to thank you all for being here and sharing with us the work that we believe is the most critical work that can be done in this region. And I do want to take this time to thank and congratulate all of the honorees today. And also, again, thank you, County Executive, and all of your team for great, great leadership. Thank you, Prince George's County. And so now I have the pleasure of introducing someone who needs absolutely no introduction. We waited until he got here. And so he is a person that I hold in personal high regard. He is a person who I believe really and truly has the best interests of Prince George's at the ready each and every day. And he is a person of character. He is a leader. He is a visionary, and he is a person that I am so pleased and so blessed to call a friend. And so, without further ado, I want to bring forth our County Executive, Rushern Baker III.
Thank you. You know, it's interesting for me. Anytime I'm in the room with Rosie, I absolutely feel my age. Some of you are saying, what is he talking about? I remember when she was a little kid coming to visit her sister. And so it feels like my wife and I would just talk about little Rosie and watching and watching her grow up and watching the dynamic things that she's been doing in her career, and then finally taking the leadership of the United Way and of the Capital Region. And we knew once she got in place there that it was going to fly right, and she was going to do great things. Those of us who have spent any time in the nonprofit world over the last 30 years know that the United Way played a great role. But like many organizations and governments, they hit a snag. And when you hit that snag, you go out and you get great leadership. And that's what they've done, and she's done a fantastic job. And aren't we so lucky in Prince George's County to have her reside here? Can we give her another round of applause? I certainly want to congratulate the awardees. It is fitting that, you know, we're doing this presentation at this time. We're in the midst, and it's probably why some of the council members aren't here. I know that's why I'm not upstairs. It's budget season, and budget season for me is the most depressing time of being county executive, because you have limited resources, you have great needs, and you have great organizations, and you want to do so much, but the funds are limited. And so what you hope to do and what you hope to achieve is partnerships like the United Way, like employees in Prince George's County who've contributed to this fund, so that we can fund and help those organizations that are filling a gap that we simply cannot do. You know, government can't do everything, and many times government shouldn't do everything. We should fund those organizations as best we can to do the work. And so when it's a chance like this to see the program grow and to announce, you know, the last part of it, and, you know, these awards, it's a great thing for us. We certainly applaud the work in the fun, fitness, and health. It really is that part of what the United Way is doing and contributing in the county is really what we've dedicated, you know, the last 4 years of this administration to. You know, when we came in, and Betty knows this very well, Betty Francis, DCAO for Health, Education, and Welfare and Services, knows that we elevated for the first time the education is our #1 priority, public safety, and health. And it wasn't by accident. Because if we saw the problems in the first two incidents, they surrounded around health. And health is not just access to quality health care. Health is physical well-being. It's nutrition. It's the whole that goes in there. And so doing programs like this help us make sure that we meet the needs. And that's what the United Way has done, and that's what these organizations are doing. So I'm proud, you know, to play a small role. I'm very proud of the employees who contributed to this effort, and it's something we want to continue. I want to thank the folks from our government who play a role in this, certainly Jackie Rome for the work that she's doing. If we can give her a round of applause. And making sure they stuck it on my calendar. But as I closed, you know, they gave me this quote, and I thought it was just really fantastic and one that fits, you know, why we're here today. And it was from Mother Teresa. It is not how much we give, but how much we love when we're putting, how much love we put into giving. Just think about that. You know, it's one thing to give when it's comfortable. You know, my wife used to tell me this all the time when we would give to Howard University, and I was like, honey, we ain't got no money. She said, that's exactly why you give now. You give it showing how much you appreciate what others and organizations have given to you. When employees give, what they're really saying is thank you. Thank you for all of those people who have given me the opportunity to get a job, to get an education, to get a chance. We give when it hurts because it means the most. Thank you.
So now we're going to bring this ceremony to an end. We're going to take a few moments and clear the stage, and we're going to ask the grantee organizations to come to the stage, and we're going to ask the county executive if he would be gracious enough to take a few photos with us of the awardees for 2015.
Sure, Mike's right there.
Okay, so thank you very much. Oh, to check. Yeah, so we're going to clear the stage first, and then we're going to take care of the photos. So give us one moment. Thank you very much.